What's good, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of Combat and Kick It. It is your host, Bando. Yo, this weekend is Marlon Chito Vera versus Corey Sandhagen. Let's go. This is probably the best 135-pound matchup that could be made right now, and it's happening. And I am excited as can be. I already did a breakdown on this before, so you already know how happy I am about this fight. These are my two of my favorite fighters in the UFC in a matchup. So it sucks from that standpoint that I gotta end up having someone that I want to win, but the matchup, man, stylistically is so fucking fun. You got Marlon Vera, who is an absolute killer. You got Corey Sandhagen, who will go into the last bell dings. There ain't no stopping the dude, and he is so technically sound, so sharp, so smooth, so fun to watch. This fight has fight of the year potential written all over it. But let's break it down real quick. Breaking down this fight, you got to look at it from obviously a striking standpoint. Majority of this fight, you would assume, is gonna be on foot. I mean, that's what I would assume. I would assume that this fight is going to be mainly on foot. I wouldn't be surprised to see Corey Sandhagen mix it up a little bit with some clinch work and stuff like that. Same with Marlon. I wouldn't be surprised, but this is mainly going to be straight standing, kind of like a kickboxing matchup from what I envision. Now, if you're talking about who's better on that, that's tough to tell. That's tough to tell. I think if you're talking power, you gotta lean towards Marlon. If you're talking, staying behind his jab, staying behind the movement, I think movement better going to Corey Sandhagen, jab going to Corey Sandhagen. I think kicks go to Marlon Vera. So there's there's different aspects of each game that go to each other. But in this style matchup, it's about who's gonna meet in the middle and who's gonna be more aggressive from the start. Now, we've seen Marlon Vera be a slow starter, so we know he's not a super quick starter. He's a slower starter, but once he gets going, he's downloading the data to kick your head off or do something to finish you late in the fight, and he can last 5 rounds. People have talked about his cardio. The dude's got fantastic cardio. He can last the 5 rounds, and so can Corey. Corey's got fantastic cardio as well. I think whoever gets to the guy early is going to be the better man that night. I think for Corey has to stick to his movement. Corey has to early start landing, but land damaging strikes. You know what I'm saying? Now, Corey's not known for his power, but if Corey can land, but land with volume, I think he can land with some damaging strikes, and that's what he needs. He needs to put some damage to Marlon Vera early. Don't let Marlon get comfortable. If Marlon gets comfortable and downloads the data, like I said, head kick incoming, boom. This is one of those fights where Corey Sandhagen could be up for 4 rounds and get kicked in the head in the fifth. It's very possible. It's Marlon Vera does that. He sneaks up on you. He's one of the sneakiest fighters, one of the sneakiest strikers. I think that's why I enjoy him so much. But if you're talking about the overall game, I might be leaning to Corey Sandhagen, but it's tough to tell. Marlon Vera makes you pay every time you go to the ground with him, so that's a plus side on that. Even if he doesn't have the craziest jiu-jitsu or anything like that, which he does have great jiu-jitsu, he is making you pay if you take him to the ground. If you do go to the ground with him, he's making you pay. I don't see Corey taking this fight to the ground. But like I said, Corey's got to stick behind his jab, leg kicks. If he could take the legs out of Marlon too, that's big. Big thing for Marlon is body shots, body kicks. He throws beautiful body kicks. I think he should work that throughout the night. Try to tire Corey out with Corey's movement and body and Marlon landing body shots. It might tire him out enough for Marlon to get that late finish. But at the same time, if Corey's moving enough, it's weird because Corey moving could be a good thing, could be a negative thing. It's one of those very, very tough things because these guys are such good strikers, and any mistake you make could make you pay, especially against Marlon Vera. But like I said, Corey doesn't have much power, but Corey's gonna land at will. If he starts landing a 1-2, he's gonna land a 1-2 and a 1-2 again. He's, a 2-punch combination is an 8-punch combination, and it's a 10-punch combination. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how Corey is. Corey lands at will. So it's going to be such a fun fight. Honestly, like, I can't wait to see it. I think they're very similar in style. I just think Marlon doesn't move as much as Corey, and doesn't throw as many jabs as Corey. And Corey doesn't kick as much as Marlon. He throws some good leg kicks. Like I said, he's got to get them legs out early. If he can get them legs out, it's big. We got some good other fights too on the card. You got the return of Holly Holm going up against Yana Kunitskaya for the co-main event. That's a fun fight. They're very close in the tail of the tape, and stylistically could be fun. Both women need a win. Would be really big for Yana Kunitskaya if she got the win, but still big for Holly Holm to still stay in that position. Holly Holm's one of those ones that's always going to be there. She's always going to be in that top 5, top 10 discussion. So, like, she's only a win away from putting herself right back in the title picture. Now, people are probably like, Holly Holm, really? Like, yeah, it's true. She did. How many times she really lost? I think the last time that she lost against, who did she lose to? The Brazilian. Oh, man, I can't think of her name. It's the one that Irene Aldana knocked out. Let me see. I got Holly Holm's page right up here. I can't think of who she lost to. It was a bad loss in my opinion. It was a boof. It was a boof. Ketlin Vieira. Yeah, it was boof. The decision should have went to Holly Holm and it went to Ketlin Vieira. So that's one of those ones. But she needs a win, so this is a good matchup for her. And Yana Kunitskaya needs a win too. It's a great matchup too. It's a big matchup for her because it's a big name. Holly Holm's a big name. Then you got the return of that savage Nate Landwehr going up against Austin Lingo. So Austin Lingo, you better be ready to bring the heat because that boy Nate loves the smoke. He's ready to go at all fucking times. Dude is never out. So definitely tune into that fight. Then you got Andrea Lee going up against Macy Barber, the future. I got to rock with Macy Barber in that one. You got Alex Perez versus Manal Cape. I got to go with Manal Cape. I'm rocking with, like I said, even though Macy Barber's nickname is the future, she is the future. I think Manal Cape is the future of the flyweight division, so I'm rocking him over Alex Perez. And then you got a middleweight matchup with Chidi Njokuani versus Albert Duraev. Whew, man, how does Bruce Buffer and John Anik and all the motherfuckers just pronounce these names so easily? I don't get it. Probably sit in the room studying them for hours because these are some hard names. Got so many different people from different nations. Crazy. But I just had to do a quick breakdown. Of course, you already know. Big fight this weekend. Biggest, like I said, bantamweight matchup you can get. And I'm super excited for it. So you make sure you tune in. I'm going to be sitting in front of the TV watching it. You already know. And then you'll see me on Sunday breaking the aftermath down and all that, giving you a review of it. So overall, I appreciate you for watching my video. I appreciate you for watching all of my videos, any of my videos you've ever watched. I appreciate all new subscribers, all of it. Any type of support, any type of love, I really do appreciate it. Make sure if you enjoyed this video to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you know when the next video comes out. We got boxing breakdowns coming up soon and more big fights. We got Israel Adesanya going up for the rematch up against Alex Pereira coming up in April. So I'm going to have a big breakdown on that. So make sure you tune in, and I appreciate you for listening. As always, I will catch you on the next episode. Peace.